Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwood alongside Richard Mulroney. And Coach, a good weekend for you. Got a couple of results. The last 10 minutes of both matches in particular, really good for you. Let's start off with the draw against Missouri, Kansas City.
Yeah, I thought we played well throughout the game. I thought we had a good game plan against them. Playing at their place, night game, they've got a very solid record this year. They play a particular way, so I thought we coached our guys well enough to it, and I thought the guys followed the game plan. And again, we had some early opportunities to maybe get a lead for the first time this season. Didn't happen, and then unfortunately we got a PK called against us the second half. They converted, and to come from behind again, we've been in that situation this year and have failed to do it, but the guys fought through it, and obviously I think in the 88th, 89th minute we got a PK, and well-deserved. David finished it off, went into overtime, had some chances, so obviously you always want to get the win, but from the games that we played up to this year that we've gone behind, we haven't come back, so it showed a little bit of character. I think the guys are learning from our previous mistakes, and at the end of the day, it was probably a well-deserved tie on the road.
You turn around from that draw against Kansas City and you get a win over Missouri State, who we know from that Missouri Valley Conference, always a strong program.
Always. There's never an easy game against them, especially on their own turf. They've got a nice little stadium there. And again, I thought I actually started the game a little bit slow, about 15, 20 minutes in. I think Missouri State was on us a bit, and then we sort of changed the tide up on them. Had some opportunities, and again, they weren't able to finish them. Went at halftime, and obviously we ended up going down 1-0. But as we told the guys, the night before, or Friday night against UMKC, it's a 90-minute game for a reason. It's not a sudden death, golden goal that when they score the game's over. The guys battled through, and we stuck to our game plan, and we got rewarded with a goal mid 80th minute or somewhere around there. A great strike by Luke Biazzi, and then obviously persevered and was able to get a second goal from Charles Blankenship coming through. And fortunately, it was a first for a lot. First multi-goal game this year. First game to come back from being down, and first time to not have to go in overtime and hold into a lead too. So a bunch of firsts for us, but the guys earned it all. I think it'd been a work in progress, but having said that, we're still far from being perfected on that, but I'm happy with the results, and the guys were actually happy and thrilled to be driving home with a victory for once.
Luke Biazzi gets American Conference Rookie of the Week for that performance. Really, he had a nice match against Kansas City. I believe he got his first start, but the big part of the weekend, that goal in the 82nd minute to tie it up against Missouri State, he actually assisted Charles Blankenship's game-winning goal.
Yeah, I've talked to the guys. Everybody's got roles on the team, whether you're coming off the bench, whether you're starting, whatever it may be. Luke's was to come in and give us some energy, and obviously he's a very good finisher. I've seen that with him. He pops up in the right spots, and for him to not only just get a goal, but to get an assist, it just shows you that was his contribution that day, and it was well-deserved, and obviously I think he should be sitting pretty with that weekend, and a well-deserved honor with the American Athletic Conference Rookie of the Week.
Now, this comes at a very good time for you to get the draw and get the win, because you've got the week off. You're not going to play again until the 23rd. Get a little momentum going into this break instead of sitting around having to wait, still looking for that first win.
Absolutely. When you set the schedule up, I was like, do I want a game that weekend? I looked at different things. Nothing ended up panning out. So I think it's a blessing in disguise. We've got a couple injuries now. And I still think there's a lot we can work on. At the end of the day, we've still only won one game, although we've been in a lot of games. We still have a lot of things to work on, so I think our fitness is something that we can focus on. I think getting healthy and just becoming a better team, and I think having that confidence from that Missouri State game is going to build into this bye weekend, and then obviously lead into our first conference game, which is always tough at Cincinnati.
The weekend of the 23rd, you're going to have two matches. You're going to start league play, like you said, at Cincinnati. You'll turn around a couple days later, play Northern Kentucky.
Yep, long weekend in Cincinnati, and looking forward to it. Like I said, well-deserved break. We've been on the road quite a bit, and obviously we'll be on the road again in a couple weeks, but at the same time, the guys have handled it well. I think we're growing as a team. I think the young players are starting to get that experience of what college soccer is about, and I think our seniors and juniors who have that experience have passed that on well. So no issues whatsoever. I'm still happy with the way the team's going, but we still have to make sure we show well in the conference. That's the golden ticket, that you show well there, get in the conference tournament, anything can happen. And I think if you look at our conference records, the parity's there again this year. There's not a team that's necessarily going out and dominating, and that's not to say the bottom team as well is too far behind. So there's opportunity there, but we just need to make sure we're ready for it.
All right, Coach. As always, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Head Coach Richard Mulroney. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.